Hey, Virgo. For a second, I almost called you Capricorn. Capricorn is heavy, strong right now on us all. And then Aquarius. The Aquarius has been coming up in like every reading. So be prepared to get some advice maybe from them. All right, Virgo. All right. Contemplation. Making some decisions. Ooh, that one jumped out. Clearing up some space. Yes, yes, love it, love it. We'll look at them. Just want to get a couple more out. And you got things to say. Word. High Priestess. Two of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. You know. You may be looking at a couple things right now, but you know. And if you already did know and are already made the cuts, good. Make the cuts. Do the thing that you've been wanting to do for a long time. Judgment and Queen of Swords. So much air energy out. Yeah, say what's been on your mind. Be very clear about what you're saying and what you're deciding. Be very decisive about it. Taurus energy, 9 of Wands. What is being revealed to you is how, like, the position that you're in. You're in a position, you're putting yourself in this position of revealing to yourself this person that's always been in your head. You're showing it to everyone now. It may have been a while since you've shown it, but you're showing it. You can't hide it. Because if you try to hide it, then it might backfire. You know what it takes to work hard. To be the Empress. This is a very powerful reading. You're being as also, if you're, whoever's telling you, and also this Judgment Queen of Swords could be someone telling you something. Empress is in Taurus energy, so Mars and Taurus. Mars and Taurus might be like communicating with you directly right now. Of like, it's okay to be clear and concise and say and just keep going. Because what's revealed to you is how much you've already worked and how hard you've worked. And especially on setting yourself up. This is the come up. This is what you need to communicate, or what is also being communicated to you. Queen of Cups, Page of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. Like, what am I saying? Forgive me, I'm still a little slow right now. And the energy is really interesting today. But I feel a lightness from you, and that doesn't always happen. So, and this was a really easy, we're going to talk about this a little bit more, but the cards came out really easily for you, in the sense of like, we know what we want to tell you. And so you're in this position where you're able to make decisions from a place of, I've already been there. I've already done that. And I feel like doing that again is not going to work. I feel like doing that again is actually going to create kind of the same result that we're moving away from. So what? I don't understand this. So, and it's this content place for you. you're coming back to yourself. You're coming home to yourself in a lot of ways, where the crazy thing about Virgos is that there are people who know you and see you as this person that is really coming out right now. This, I know how to do this, I know how to do that, I know how to call the shots, I know what it takes to work hard, and I know what it takes to also look good, feel good. I can do all of that. But then there's also the people that play off you not doing well. There are some people who genuinely don't want you to do well. They want you to sit back and still be in like the, can I be uncomfortable? Can I move forward type thing? Can I get this done? Yeah, of course you can get this done. Of course you can do the work. Of course you have what it takes. And whoever is taking away from you being in that space of kind of sitting back, taking the lead, not sitting back, but being more content and comfortable taking certain leads in your life, then that's how you know the difference between someone who actually who wants to hype you and help you the way that you do for others. And also, don't be taking advice from just anybody. You already know that. Though this is also saying you may need to ask someone that you trust and that you really respect for advice. It could be a Taurus. It could be a Gemini. It could also be someone who you respect. And I get the vibe it's more feminine. They are more feminine, whoever they are. The bottom of the deck is the Three of Pentacles. Sorry, that was really quick. What you have to say right now has so much value to it that it needs to be heard. So some people right now, it's important for them to and focus. But for you, the focus is on what you're saying because it has so much power to it. And how you're acting has so much power to it. What you're clearing up has so much power to it. But you need to speak in order to clear certain things up. You need to communicate very clearly about these changes, about what you've been, okay, I've been going over this for a while and I don't need to explain this to anyone, but now I get why I've been in this place. I get it. And now I'm like, oh, the more I sit here, the more that it's revealed to me that I've been capable of sitting here for probably years. And yet there were still certain things you had to also work on for years. So in the past few years, you've been getting glimpses and like periods of being in that position. And then all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck just happened? This was just, and now it's not. That's sometimes life of a Virgo. Now it's more of that space of harnessing that, and there's an opportunity to become that fully in a way where it's fun too. It's super fun for you to be like super successful. So, and be content about it. So like, it's just time to like be a boss. Yeah. Be a boss. I'm for it. You got a lot to say and has a lot of value. You've been through a lot, so that's wisdom for some people. So just be really clear. You know? Capricorn season's being very blunt with you. You might as well be very blunt in this time too. You know? But know that your words have a great impact, so that also makes you realize where you're sitting and how you're saying and who you're saying it to. So don't just like be like, oh, I got this, I'm gonna tell this one that. No, not that either. The advice is to not let yourself fall back. So you want to keep going. And I don't think you're gonna fall back. I don't get that feeling, but it's more of like you and how you think and how you process things. So just be very clear when you get to that point. You feel very powerful. and you get it. There's a lot of power in this reading. And what you're building is something that you know is going to be very, like in the long run, very effective for your life. So don't do anything to jeopardize that. And if you feel that, you get that intuition, just back off, you know? Be a boss that knows when to back off. And use that energy to build something in the way that only you know how to do. Capricorn season has a lot of energy for you. The more that you clear and really listen to what's being said and really say what's needed to be said. It might hurt a couple people, but that's not really your problem. A lot of change is happening right now, and for you, it's to speak up. You know? Yeah. Cool, Virgo. Beautiful. We'll look at them. Okay? Very cool. You feel that? I feel it. Okay. We'll take a look at the cards, and I'll see you next month. I love you. Hey, Virgo. So, you're in this spot right now where you're going to find that it's going to be very natural for you and for your inner knowing to show up in many conversations that you're having or situations where you might have to take the lead role, especially in your own life too. We've been kind of coming to this point again where you've been really working through, not just on things, but like through it and rebuilding. And you've been hidden from it for a while. You've been hidden and you're reshown this place. Like, it's a very strong sense of who you really are. And you're finally at that place where you're able to process smoothly. There might be a little bit, some of you who have had a little bit of like still sifting out to do in the beginning of the month. Though you're really in a spot where your ability to find grace and strength and in a boss-like nature, where it's masculine, but it's also so feminine. It's like that's what's coming through. And it's very clear that's very important to keep your mind right, because that's what's going to keep your intuition just flowing out of you. And just, you're going to like say the thing in the right moment with it's just going to all come out in a way that is so much of what's also to come from you. And very strong sense of who you really are. This plus this is this, basically, in one equation of it. And you're even finding some, like, it's sassy too, but like you're so okay, you're like so ready. You know, there's seriousness in here, but there's also playfulness. There's also like just a deep sense of this inner knowing, and it's changed too. You made the decision about how you're going to do things, and you might have already started to say what you need to say. It could be to an air sign or a older feminine figure in your life, or someone you respect, and maybe they're seeing you in a whole nother way. So the Mars transition into Taurus which has come up a few times, it seems as though for you it's way more feminine. It's like it's gonna be very sought after too. So this is gonna be this foretells a future for you as well. But it's not showing up too strongly here, so I'm not gonna get too into it right now. So there's this like balance between your feminine and masculine energies that becomes so potent for you. And it's like you try this suit on and you're like feeling this whole new infrastructure kind of start to take form in yourself, and then it starts to take form all around you. You start to build it. You start to, no matter what that looks like, connection with people, it could be actually building a business. So you're going to have to connect with people, and it's doing it on your own terms. This is very like independent. Still obviously getting the help you need, because this also could be you receiving some much needed advice. So if there's someone that you do respect and you want that advice, I would go for it. It's really important for you to communicate too right now, because it will kind of not upset, but temper with the contentness. That has to do with everything, because it's like everything's lining up for you. It's just kind of rolling out now. Nice, like, smoothness is rolling out. And people want to hear what you have to say. There are people who need to hear it too. And it's going to be brilliant. Also, I get a strong feeling that for some of you, there's a person that's really maturing in their life right now, and they're learning how to communicate. So just know that. That's just specifically for some of you out there, is that there's someone that's really maturing, or you're really maturing a part of you that needs a little more leeway. It needs some space. Sometimes in meditation it's talked about like really giving a part of you space. Or it's even in coaching, anything that I have, like there's a few things that I've done or philosophies where it's like you need to like see something as just something you've put on for a long time, like some clothes that you've been wearing for a long time, and just know what it's like to take it off sometimes. Like give yourself that space to be kind of a witness. It's very High Priestess too. So I feel like you're really taking on this suit, this High Priestess mode, High Priestess mode, but with some sass. Not that she doesn't have to have sass, you know what I mean? So yeah, beautiful, love it. If you want to work with me one-on-one below, my email is there. Other things will be set up soon. I'm just working some things out. Yeah, that's it. Hope you have a great rest of your Capricorn season, and January I will see you next month. Love you, Virgo.